Hey there, this is a Gully Wash Pocket demo review from Park. My FPS doesn't like the stock HUD very much, but that's life. So, I'm on stock HUD because his regular HUD causes some kind of a conflict. Alright, so we counter jumped so far, did some rockets damage there. We got a fancy camo shotgun, and then we die. So we killed a scout. Looks like the team's gonna win. Ooh, my FPS isn't having a good day. But, alright, so there we go. We're dead right now. Yeah, forward spawning would be in your best interest. Alright, up we go. Nice jump. Alright, so we're here quickly. Your med is alive. I don't know whether to believe the Uber call or not. It's odd that they went in before you were here, but that's okay. Oh, and your team gets the win. So, I mean, you just jumped a collide of players and killed them, so I'm fine with that. So while we're on this rollout, I'll note in the description below there's a inbox if you want to send your own demos for casting or review. And you just drop it in there and I will get to it eventually. There's also a donate link there if you'd like to give me a little money. It's not necessary to get your demo reviewed though. So we jumped up here, we have not done anything yet. And we do get a kill on Jun. And then kill ourselves on Tyler, it looks like. So, I mean, you're doing the typical pocket things. We got a disrespectful scout gun being run. Trupo's got 1 health, and he's gonna die. Oh, well. There we go, there's that. So you need to get there quickly, because under normal circumstances, there would be a second mid-fight occurring now. Yeah, they're right outside choke, judging by my headset. You didn't need to stack that. I mean, your med should have got off the point and just stood with you in choke. There's twofold reason for that. A, you can keep people out of choke, and B, you can put eyes on the drop down. Because when you're up in there, right, you can see whether someone's going in there or not. Because that's an ideal time to jump on you and initiate the refight of mid, is come out underneath and kill them. So I don't mind what you're doing here, as long as you take turns. Oh, that med got very hurt. Demo's getting bounced around. This Uber is not bad. Yeah, people need to get in choke now. Your roamer did. I don't know why your med and everyone's running away. Your players are in on 2. So you sold them out to die. I don't know why. It looked like it was going okay to me. This isn't a bad spot to be. Their Uber was forced, so you should have an actual fight here. Alright, that guy's dead. Now you've got an option. I would rotate, because I find it's easier to push through big door. And you would just have your roamer watch up here. Yeah, plus they're really close to choke. So, I mean, you're only going to fight flank players down there. So I would go ahead and do that. There's a lot of fighting on your flank. Fighting that you could probably do. So we're sitting here. Ideally, you're going to run a suicide maybe, possibly. If that's going to be the case for the Uber. You're going to lose Trupo, though, so... I mean, he could go sniper if he wanted to at this point. This is when you gotta watch for a counter-suicide. You don't want to hold choke so softly here, because chances are they're gonna run a guy into drop down at some point, especially after Trupo died, because they ought to have counter-suicided you. So, siding right here is fine. And getting in little spam battles also fine. Plus it makes your DPM look better, right? But the main objective for you or your demo, whoever is spamming here, is to make sure that nobody can get into the drop down without you seeing it. Because right now nobody's looking in it, so they could walk. Some guy could just walk down the drop down and get ready to kill your medic. So somebody needs to be looking at it basically always. I don't know if Trupo came back as an off class or not, but they are not gonna push because they have a respawn disadvantage that's sizable at mid. Alright, so your scouts get another random kill and die. So here's the deal with your team. It is you, the 300 health man, that should be doing the killing and the pushing. You shouldn't rely on your unbuffed scouts to randomly get kills so that you can push. So you should suicide your roamer there or suicide somebody at some point so as to be able to open them up to let you push. You can't just wait on an unbuffed flank, because if the other team really was on its game, they would just shift their medic over to their flank players and they would kill your flank players because they have buffs and yours don't. So either your medic needs to rotate and then you go in and push with the heals if you want. Yeah, you can open this door and spam. So that's not bad. You bombed in. Maybe a little bit premature. Yeah, and you're going to lose the scout too. I would leave lobby altogether. Alright, so you get a kill. They ought to have double counter-suicided. Or their pocket should have come out. Either of those would have done. If you're watching River alone, that's fine, as long as there are people on the stairwell. I prefer to have the pocket watch lobby. Alright, so we've got a sniper, that is fine. The roamer can watch over him. Alright, you got a kill, so it's now time for you to use your Uber. It's now time for you to use your Uber. Well, you let Trupo die. Apparently his kill that he got wasn't good enough. We gotta go get some ammo. They ought to have run a counter-suicide. Well, no, they killed Trupo, never mind. I mean, that guy could have kept going after he killed Trupo. Oh, I think he just did. So here's the thing. Well, I guess your demo's watching the other door. Yeah, he did. Alright. So we're chilling. We're just waiting on Trupo to get, I guess, another 2 kills or something. And then we'll go. Since last time it wasn't quite good enough. Oh, and Trupo gets headshot. Their counter-suicide comes in from Tyler. No damage is done. So we're just gonna wait some more. Oh, you get another kill. So now it's time to Uber in. I guess you're just gonna counter-suicide the counter-suicide. That's okay, I guess. They did pop. Alright. So you're backing up. That's not a bad play. It's slow, but it's not bad. Alright, now you should just Uber in with a whole bunch of people through here. There we go. Save the scout. Kill the pyro. Oh, challenges. Oh, they have multiple pyros. And you win the round. So that's fine. Played a little slow there. There were a couple times you could have tried it, but I mean it works out. So it doesn't say happened slowly next to the round to win. All right, so off we go, off to mid, complete with our fancy shotgun. Nice big damage there. That guy's dead. Now you need to jump across. Yep. Nice job. This demo's trapped in. You don't need to chase him, really. Yeah, the scout's good enough to do that. Oh, but they're chasing too much. There we go. There's a guy on the point. Off to 2. Ideally, I would just climb up. Yeah, yep. So you did that just fine. Hopefully your med will be coming shortly. Nope. They're walking in the hard way, so your demo and your med do the most dangerous possible thing. And ideally there, if you were already up there, I'd have just walked up. But you're going to go ahead and not get Uber, and you're going to die. So that's totally botched. If you're going to push in like that, you need to pop Uber before anyone opens the door at all, and it doesn't need to be the demo doing it. It should be the scout. Then you get in with the flash as well, and then the demo will get in either also with the flash or later. So no need to be in such a hurry about that. The demo should never be in front of the medic at any point during that push. So you're being a gentleman and waiting on your medic. Let's see which way you go. It looks like they're not going to have the wherewithal to push out. Now see, here's another thing. There's a tiny doorway behind you when you go there, and if nobody's watching it, I think you had a scout there, so it's fine, but you gotta be mindful of that tiny doorway that comes out of wood. Yeah, we can't have so many people in Riverside. Tyler falls to his death. I don't think that's going to make a big difference, but you can suicide your roamer in after that kill. Because you're still going to take a while to build your Uber, so you may as well continue to do stuff. So just having the roamer bomb would work. He dead again. You used to actually be able to shoot... Oh, careful. You used to be able to shoot rockets through the sides of the door there on Gully Wash. I don't know if they fixed that when Valve made it an official map. But see, if you'd have bombed your roamer in when Tyler died... Oh, Tyler's dead now again. So, too excited, you should push with your Uber. Or suicide your roamer. Or Trupo. Whatever would work. Alright, so you suicide a Trupo. That shooting rockets at a pyro is always a bad idea. Now, scouts don't get health packs. You should be healed by your medic. The health packs are for roamers and medics only. Except for extreme emergencies. Wow. He dead again. Oh no, it didn't. Now, well, your demo's covering your back. So you guys are doing the lobby hold as I, typically describe it being done, so I'm cool with that. And you get domed. Yeah, no reason for you to really push up like that. I think you're just screwing around out of boredom, probably. So... Womp womp. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here. Okay, so Tyler doesn't cause any sort of real damage. Oh, you were holding the door open for a scout to go on off class, so that's fine. It's Trupo. He speedily gets there. And we'll see what he gets done. Ideally, he will get a kill. Well, now you maybe want to be a little careful because they're gonna do stuff. You get Tyler's kill. That was a counter-suicide, more than likely. Nope, he's keeping you out of there. Oh, the pyro has come. Alright, now it's time to Uber because you have an advantage. It should be a solo Uber. Or you need to get Trupo in real deep. Either or. You're gonna solo Uber in. This is good. They pop quickly. You don't need to back up. You need to go behind them. Now your team doesn't have enough space to get in. Yeah, so now you can't get in. As Pocket, unless it's a really bad Uber, which that wasn't. Their med dies too, I think. But unless it's just an exceptionally bad Uber, you don't back up. That was good enough. And you had a man advantage still yet that you needed to drive deeper into them. I would suggest jumping directly on the point. Or on the rung above the point, like the little gray metal thing. You should push this. You have a respawn advantage. You should fight. You have a medic. You have a lot of your team. You should have fought that. Alright, so you're pulling out. You can contest those points. It's not, it wouldn't have been too hard. You have a Trupo spy. Probably went initially for a back cap, but your flank gets destroyed. So, I'm going to like to imagine that they were buffing their flank when that happened, and then their buff flank killed yours. So, because your med stays up here the whole time, and you don't really get any scouts or anything coming in. You don't have them rotating for buffs, and they do a lot of pushing on their own. Alright, disrespectful scout down. You need an arrow. An arrow would be good. Can we get the air shot? Nope. No arrow, no air shot. Tyler gets the kill. But you are going to cap this out. You might get pressured. I would stay back a little bit. Trupo has gone preemptory sniper because it's going to be an Uber situation. Well, I don't think actually, because Rogue got stabbed earlier. So he might get Uber by the time you guys would go in, but you ought to be able to just go. I think you have Uber advantage here. I could be wrong about that. You may have given it up by now. But it's not like you actually need Trupo. If you've got Uber advantage, you can go 5v6 and win. Oh, well, not if you're super lit, though. Yep, your med screwed that up bad. You gotta pop before you ever open the door. Because it's gonna be trapped. So normally I'm a big proponent of like holding Ubers and not popping it. You see that in my reviews. But on last pushes, there's typically not a reason to, because the probability that there's a sticky trap immediately in front of you is too high. But your team ends up winning anyways, so I mean, it turns out, I guess. But you can't be trying to push with a 40 health pocket. Not gonna work. You just gotta, if you're gonna push Shutter, you gotta Uber straight away. Gully Wash Last is hard enough that it deserves it. The scouts don't do the scout thing and don't kill you instantly. Probably due to the usage of a disrespectful weapon. You lose a guy and leave. So, I guess that's okay. You're 2 down, you don't want to be at choke now because they could flank you. Yep. Like your team, I don't know why. I mean, you could have suicided there. If in these backup situations where you're just pulling out for whatever reason, it ought to be a scout that's with your med, and then you go and kill yourself. You've lost your med, unfortunately, so now it's all been for nothing. So you're sort of forward holding, but it's a soft forward hold, so I would yoink back. Yeah. It would be best to have a heavy. I would go heavy sniper or heavy pyro. Any of those things would be good. Well, it looks as if you would have had time for NG as well. Maybe Rogue died somewhere in there. We're losing a lot of people. Oh, you get the demo. This pocket is not... Well, maybe he was that hurt. So, you successfully 1v3'd their combo. And your med's chilling up there. Gotta be careful. Guys in the flank. You should have Uberish now. Oh, no. You're close. Yeah, I gotta be careful about choke. An ironic thing about choke on this map, because of the blind corner, hopping before you walk up there is actually really detrimental to your health, because you can get stuck in a bounce loop, basically. Nice job from your scout to get in there and see the guy coming to force you. Now, the malfunction there was your med followed you too closely through choke. You know that due to the fact that you killed their combo, that they're not going to want to fight you a whole lot. They have Ubered now. You can juggle them. Nope, we just jump away and die on the ground. So, that would have been the time for you to stand your ground and choke because you have so much health and try and juggle the pocket. I mean, you're going to die regardless. But standing in choke juggling and then getting owned by an Ubered thing is less embarrassing than cratering on the ground. So, I mean, that's all that there is to it. Alright, gonna push. Yep, I like this play from you. I don't like that your med goes in lobby door seemingly by himself. Red shirt has a great wish to die. I don't know why Trupo was in so deep, but you have a guy on the point, you should use your Uber. Shotguns, and the demo gets on it, despite being 2 down. So, yep. That turned out, with it so close, you may as well. There have been worse pushes executed in TF2. Alright, looks like your team's going really hard right. It's time to jump. Yes. 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 That was a good call. Well done. Welcome to playing Pocket. Your team needs to cap, though. Unfortunately, Red Shirt did not survive the process. Alright. We'll see. I don't know if you should wait on Red Shirt or not. I think maybe you are. No, he spawned with Crayon. So either you're like really lagging or taking a drink. I don't really know. There we go. Responding to Steam messages. Getting traded. Or that was me getting an item, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I want to bet. So, I don't know why your team is so committed to pushing in down there. Because that's like the most dangerous possible way to get into Gully Wash. And everyone dies. It's much easier just to walk up the spire and hop into Riverside. You're doing the right thing and your whole team is doing it the hard way. So, I mean, you prefer to play on normal mode and they prefer to play on very hard mode, I guess. And there's no reason to. You get the same achievements. Alright, now you need to build this really carefully. Or diligently, or whatever word you would like to use. Alright, good. We're in now. We in there. Now see, what should happen on Gully Wash is now that you've got Uber, a few decisions need to be made. Either A, I'm going to use this Uber, so let's get a scout over here. B, we're going to suicide our roamer to get their Uber out, so get over here, roamer, and get your buff. Or see Med drop down to the flank and heal them along with you. Roamer and you trade places. See, that's your unbuffed flank again has lost a player. Normally you should back up. Okay, they kill. Tyler has died. Your Roamer is finally here. But you can't have your unbuffed flank fighting, because they're eventually going to meet a team that rotates its heals, and they're going to really suffer. You did not need to pop that Uber there. You can't chase these people in here. Well, maybe you can. So Crayon was behind. You're going to die. Will we cap 2? I don't think so. No, way too many people chasing them into lobby. The Uber didn't need to be popped, and you didn't need to go in the lobby. You just stand on the spire and say, ha ha, I'm the greatest. That's all that needed to be done. Rogue has gone down, though. So you have baited them effectively into this. Oh, shotgunning a jumping guy. Excellent. Unfortunately, he kills Red Shirt. But now we ought to take this and jump on the spire. That looks as if that is what we are going to do. Alright. You need to go back and get Red Shirt unless there's like people's spawning with him. That sounds like he's here, yeah. He came up with Trupo apparently. Or maybe Trupo was waiting on him. So you lose Czar. I don't know what I can say about the Uber advantages. It's just Tyler. He really likes those counter suicides. You get another kill and lose Trupo. So you're even, I think. Alright, so you suicided in. It should be a little more preemptory than that. So when Crayon's gonna go in, you need to start spamming right away. There was no one covering River. And that's gonna happen when nobody's covering River. Their combo is now out here. They're gonna force at least. And now all your not heavy players need to run to last. Crayon, go to last. You can do it, Crayon. Come on, Crayon. You can do it. There we go. Disrespectful scout with his disrespectful weapon. Oh. Didn't get the kill.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
So now we're running a disrespectful heavy on 2, who dies instantly. Your flank, well, we're pushing in. Your scout's going hard. Oh, disrespectful scout takes a rocket. Yeah, just having your shotgun out preemptorily is not a bad idea. There's a Trupo Pyro. So I'm assuming we're getting close to the end here. Because he is just messing around at this point. Or maybe he hasn't played since Season 14, and these are the kinds of things that people did when the quick fix was run on this very map.
We have captured the control point.
Typing Steam messages. Moving on up. And that is the end there. So like I went over and over it because that was the thing that annoyed me, is your medic needs to be in motion a lot more, switching between flank and choke if you're not doing anything. Because your flank, the way that you guys are pushing points is that your flank, who's typically unbuffed, is just left to randomly get a kill. And that's not going to work against teams who rotate their heals and have competent flank players. So, because you would like to think, in an ideal world, that an unbuffed player of equal skill to a buffed player is going to lose to the buffed player. So you need to try and give yourself as much heals as you can. So if your combo's not actively pushing, your med needs to switch over to the flank in those Uber v Uber situations. If that's going to be your impetus to push, is getting a kill on the flank, then your med needs to be down there, and you do too, probably. And so there's that. When you're in an Uber, unless it's really bad, like you're 50% down on your Uber, and they just now pop, you don't need to back up. You want to go deeper into them to turn them around so that your team can get in. So that punished you a few times because it seemed like your default was to back up. Team likes to go in lobby through big door. Don't do that. It's too dangerous. Go Riverside. Let a scout or somebody try to get in the big door. It's not worth the hassle and pain. Much quicker to just climb Spire and jump across. And you're already doing the right thing and getting up there to do it. So, on the whole, I was happy with what I saw for the most part. Your call when to jump at mid is pretty good. The only time I disagreed was when you guys just left the one middle. Basically, as pocket, you should always die at middle. You're like the captain of a ship. You should go down with the ship. So, ideally, a scout, whoever would have been guarding the demo, will come back to your medic if he chooses not to go to mid because your demo died first or something like that. It would be a scout that did it because you have a high damage potential to just bomb in and kill their medic and make the round a little easier going forward. But yeah, on the whole, not too bad. So I hope you enjoyed, and as a reminder, you can drop me your own demos to be casted or reviewed at the email link in the description below. And also, you can donate to me if you wish there as well. So, until next time, feel free to submit whatever you want.